Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to become Mileena from Mortal Kombat. I'm gonna show you how to transform into Mileena from Mortal Kombat. She is my favorite, always been my favorite character. Like when I say I love her, she's always been my top player. Like every time I use her, I bet you I could beat you. I'm going to show you how to create the look with the teeth. Not gonna lie, kind of difficult, but it's alright. And I also got this mask on Amazon, the Mileena mask. So yeah, I don't want to put it on because I'm scared I'm gonna rip something out. But well, I did put it on before actually. So see, I just always wanted to do her makeup, and I rather it wasn't on time for Halloween or just things didn't go right. But finally I have created my Mileena look. So if you want to know how to create this look, just keep watching. So I'm just going to explain this quickly. For the Mileena teeth, I'm actually making them out of tips, like French tip for your nails. I ordered a pack for like $4 or $5 from Amazon, and I got them so I can create fake teeth, especially if I ever need fake teeth again for any other effects. See, this is just from drilling the nail, and I want to show you because I don't have a low enough camera stand that can point to my table for you to see me, and I don't have extra pair of hands. Like if someone can help me and hold the camera so I can show how I did it. So I did take my nail drill because if you don't know, you know, I do my own nails. I don't trust anybody to do my nails. So for that, since I have the nail drill, I use them to drill these into shape, and once I'm done, I'm going to mix a hint of like a beige into a clear coat or something, or probably white, and I'm going to UV light it so it can not be so white but be a little more tinted, because these are going to be the teeth that are exposed and they're not like the nail drill. You can actually get this from Amazon because I've seen it before, but this was from the bag of tips. Hold on. It's 500 pieces, and this is the one I'm drilling. So because it shows top and bottom things, I am making 4 of these, and then I'm going to make ones that are medium and a little smaller. You know, I don't know how. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna do it. 4 huge ones, and then some a little smaller so it can go in the front and the back. Base, I'm going to put a base coat, and then with a tiny bit of the acrylic and yellow, just to make a little bit of a beige, I'm gonna mix a little bit of that into the white polish, and I'm going to paint the nails with that. I'm actually going to use a sponge. It's going to go into the LED light. But I'm not going to put a top coat on it because I feel like the top coat gives it a shine, and we don't want it shiny, and it's just going to go on my face and then in the trash can when I'm done. So I don't want to use the top coat. The only thing with the base coat that I'm using it is so it can stick on. First, I want to start with covering the eyebrows because she has very thick and high arched brows. So we're going to start that process. So when doing the brows, I prefer a disposable spoolie, but I don't know where I put my pack, so I'm going to use this. Make sure you wash it after if you're going to use one that's not disposable. But I prefer the disposable one just so I can get rid of it, especially so the glue, if it destroys anything, at least it destroys that. But whatever, it is what it is. So we're going to start putting the glue on our brows to cover them. You're going to get all in there on each hair. Then you're going to flatten them out. And when you do flatten them out, because of the glue, it does give your eye a lift, which will help for this look anyways. So, and then I'm going to add more glue going up to make sure. And then I'm going to take one of my disposable wedges. With my disposable wedge, I'm going to go into with my Ciati powder. and I'm going to press it in. I'm going to go over again, and I'm going to leave it there till the glue dries to wipe it off, and go on to the other eye doing the same thing. Yeah, I have mad brow hair. So, woo, my eyes here. Taking the powder, going to press in. And go back over. So let it dry, and when they dry, we'll dust it off. I am going to dust it off my face. So seeing what I did with the teeth, this is what it ended up looking like. The teeth are actually not pure white. They're like a hint of beige in it. Like I toned down the whiteness from it. And I explained in one of the videos how, and this is how it ended up. I wish you could see that it's a little more beige in this, but. So now I'm going to dust them off. Meaning whatever is left behind, that's because it's sticking from the glue, so don't worry about it because we're going to go over it with foundation anyways. But we're not going to put on our foundation until we do the cheek part. For the exposed part, I'm going to do an outline first. So let's see. Actually, I want this part to be extended. So I'm doing this with a white eyeliner because it's not going to affect our makeup or anything, and it does give us a good map out of what we want or where we want it. So like probably above the outline, I'm going to make the exposed part. So I pulled apart the cotton and I started rubbing it together so it can get long. So when I latex it to my face, I can have control over it. See? So going in with liquid latex, I am going to go a little above it because I want to make sure I have enough space for the fake teeth since they're kind of big. Oh, perfect. And then with liquid latex, not only we're going to make sure this sticks on the bottom, but I want to add it on top of it, kind of like when you do paper mache and you put the glue on top of it so it can like all stay together. So I'm going to add liquid latex also on top of the cotton, and plus it helps flatten it a little. And I'm going to make sure I go a little above so it's a little more attached to our skin. I'm gonna do a little outside the white because of how thick it is. Alright, and then we're going to do the same thing. I'm just gonna wait for it to dry. I'm going to just put a little bit of primer on certain parts of my face. one being on my nose because it makes the foundation go on better. This primer, like so much better on my nose area. That's how I know if it's a good foundation setting powder. It's my nose area. I can tell because of my pores. So my forehead and my chin area, basically everywhere that doesn't have the powder or anything like that on it, or the latex. I'm going to go in with the flat foundation brushes, and I'm going to use the disposable wedge to blend out instead of my beauty blender. I'm going to dab it on my brows. I'm going to go everywhere else. Before I continue applying, let me let's start with the eyes. I'm actually going to go in with concealer because it's thicker. I want to make sure this whole area is completely covered, and go under here as well, under here, and down the nose area. Now after concealer, I'm using the press things for the powder, and I'm going to press my powder into my skin all over this area. I want to also take this big powder brush that I used to dust off the one earlier and go over everything here. So for contouring, Mileena got a very, very thin nose, but she also has like scrunches, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to try to make it as thin as I can, because whenever I contour my nose, I do make a bridge to make it look a little smaller because mine is wide. I don't have, a line going straight down, but I don't ever make it extremely small. So I'm trying to, let's see if I can make it, if I can succeed and make it way smaller. No, I feel like I did it normal, like how I normally would. I'm going over in here. I never really do that, but I do it so it can look more pointy. Because again, we want to make this look as thin as possible. Let's see. Powder, I'm going to clean up the side. So for cheeks, I'm just going to, it's just right here. I'm going to shade up here, because most of it is exposed by your teeth, so you can't really see it like that. So to make it look more angular, I'm going to basically contour here. See, around here going up. See how it still gives us that shape. Next to the eyes, to lift it more and make it more in depth. So we're going to ignore this for now because my eyes take now for no reason. And then I'm going to do the normal, snatching my double chin. Going into my pressed face foundation, I'm going to now wipe that off. So for the eye socket, she actually has like a purpley, I feel like she has like a purpley grayish eyes and brown tones. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with Top of My Game from my One Size palette, because it's like, it's like a grayish brown, and I'm going to create that. And like a deeper eye socket using the brown called Brownie. So basically going on top of the bottom part of the brow, like if it's part of our eye. And you see how I'm bringing it into also the nose area. Let me blend that out. And then going into my She Glam palette. She has like that, it's called Devil's Food. It's kind of like that purple gray that she has all over her lid in some of her look. In the corners, you want to make sure it's lifted. The reason I'm dusting it on is because we don't want it to be like crazy pigmented, but we want the color to show lightly. Going in with Manila Sand, I'm going to go above it and I'm going to dust around it into the dark color so it could blend all together. And before we draw on our new brow, going into a gel. Looks like it's a little dried up, which actually I don't mind because I feel like it'll be easier to do the brow. I'm going to take my angled brush. I'm going to make the beginning drop a little more down here, a little below it. Her brows are thin, but they're very arched and definitely there. Now with the eyeliner, I'm going to go in an angle. So we're going to go up. We're going to make a big wing. Make it cover most of half of my lid. So in some, she does have black shadow on the bottom, like it's all smoked out. So I'm going to do that. With black cream. The only reason I'm using this is because I can't find a pencil. Now I'm just going to put on some mascara. Going in with one of my face special effects makeups creams. It's like a burgundy red. We're going to do the inside part. Now I'm going to go in with Booked, which is a brick eyeshadow, just to set it and so it can get more brown and less reddish. Brown cream that we use for the brows, I'm just going to use what's left over to extend our lip. We're going to start applying our teeth. Of course, the bigger ones are going to go in the front and then the smaller ones will go in the back. Try to look for the mirror. I think if we take a little of the cotton, little piece, little of that adhesive, if we go like this and start, we can bond it. Oh, there we go. You know what? Go ahead and put it on top because we're going to do the same thing. Okay, hold on, because I'm... And we're going to do the same thing. So being how these are really big, we're probably only going to have to use the small ones. So what I did to stick it better was to put the cotton piece over it first and then start to glue it on like that. So I glued a piece of cotton onto the tooth and then I put it on the face. So while that was happening, I was fixing this and I connected a cotton to all of them to make sure it stays there. The inside, the outside, put cotton on it, put latex on that. Taking a cotton piece, rolling it a little long again. With the foundation, I am going over the top part here. Blend it in whatever we have already on our face. What I'm going to do is leave a little bit of it uncolored so I can actually put like a more fleshy color. So I'm also going to go put some on the edge there where they're peeking out from. The only difference is when I set them tiny brush on those parts, instead of going in with that brick color, I'm going to go in with a fleshy pink, like from a blush. I'm going to go over all those parts. With my foundation press powder, I'm going to press it on top of this. So what I'm going to do for the moment is just until this side dries, I'm going to do some shading here with a dark brown. I'm going to go in the edges. So the same as we did to the other side. Go into your foundation. Leave a little of it exposed so we could make it more of like a gum color. Now doing the same thing as before. And then the same thing when it came to the shading just now that we did. And with the brown, we're just gonna do some shading here. Wherever you could find a gap to shade in. Her lips are a nude, so I'm going to go in with my brown lip liner and then put a new lipstick. To pop in my contacts and then we'll be finished. And this is my finished look. video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know if you want me to do any other Mortal Kombat looks, because I'm willing to do any other character. I just love her because I feel like not only is she badass, but she, like, it's perfect for like makeup if you want to do something a little more difficult, because, you know, she has the whole teeth exposed and everything like that. Thank you for watching. Bye.